Top 10 Outstanding Facts About Michael Jackson. Number 1. He is the most awarded music artist in history all through his career. 13 Grammy Awards inclusive of a Grammy Legend Award and Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award were awarded to him. He was also awarded 6 Brit Awards, 5 Billboard Music Awards, 24 American Music Awards. By the year 2006, he was holding 20 Guinness World Records and was also recognized as the world's most successful entertainer. He was a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, becoming one of the few artists to be inducted twice. The first time was in 1997 when he was still a member of the Jackson 5, and then the second time was in 2001 as a solo artist. Number 2. Michael Jackson had his first performance when he was 5 years old with a father who was a guitarist invested in the music scene. It is natural that his children were mentored into going the same direction. He felt that his children were very talented. In 1964, therefore, Michael joined his brothers who had formed a band by the name Jackson Brothers. When he and his other brother, Marlon, joined in, it was renamed the Jackson 5. It was realized by the family that Michael was very talented in singing and dancing. Thus at just age 5, Jackson's career began, and by the time he was 8 years old, he was the lead vocalist alongside his older brother, Jermaine. Number 3. Michael Jackson suffered from vitiligo but embraced it. Contrary to common belief, Jackson didn't purposely change his skin because he hated being black. He suffered from vitiligo, a skin condition characterized by depigmentation of the skin occurring in patches. When he started changing, the media's speculation that he wanted to look white affected his mental health a great deal. After coming out, however, and explaining his condition, it was revealed that in an attempt to treat the condition, he used makeup to even out his skin. After it worsened, he started using creams to depigment his skin so that he would appear to have an even skin tone. Number 4. Jackson was a philanthropist. Michael was regarded as a prolific philanthropist and humanitarian. His early charitable work was described by the Chronicle of Philanthropy as something that paved way for the current surge in celebrity philanthropy. It is estimated that he donated over $500 million to charity throughout his life. He was even recognized in the Guinness World Records for the breadth of his philanthropic work. Much of what he donated is, however, not known since he often gave anonymously. In 1992 also, he established the Heal the World Foundation, to which he donated several $million in revenue from his tours. Number 5. He was one of the most influential cultural figures of the 20th century. Apart from making phenomenal music, Jackson's stage presence and charisma made him unique. Given he was the first great televisual entertainer, his creation brought about a different video screen presence. Adding that to how he would electrify a live audience, the Michael Jackson brand became so big within no time. As retold by fellow artists he worked with, Jackson had a new art form of turning low-budget promotional clips into projects that would always blow up. His creativity is showcased by the videos for Thriller, Billie Jean, and Beat It, brought a new genre that combined every form of the 20th century mass media, the music video. His projects were both cinematic and had elements of live performance. His videos made MTV, music television, and ultimately changed the music industry. The music industry had to do better and expand in order to accommodate Jackson's talent. This shows how big of a deal his creations were in the music scene. Number 6. Michael loved helping underprivileged children. Other than the monetary donations he often made, Jackson also had a habit of performing in benefit concerts. He would give away tickets for regular concerts performances to groups specializing in aiding underprivileged children. He often made hospital visits to sick children and opened his home for visits. He paid much attention to ensuring the provision of special facilities and nurses if the children needed that level of care. Number 7. Michael Jackson was awarded 3 different presidential awards. In 1984, Jackson allowed his song, Beat It, to be used for an anti-drunk driving campaign. To recognize his philanthropy, President Ronald Reagan bestowed the Presidential Public Safety Commendation upon Jackson. Reagan's speech stated that Michael is proof of what a person can accomplish through a lifestyle free of alcohol or drug abuse. People, young and old, respect that. And if Americans follow his example, then we can face up to the problem of drinking and driving, and we can, in Michael's words, beat it. In 1990, Jackson was again recognized as Artist of the Decade by President George Bush. On May 1, 1992, 2 years later, President Bush again presented Jackson with an award acknowledging him as a Point of Light ambassador. Michael received that award in recognition for his act of inviting disadvantaged children to his Neverland Ranch. Michael Jackson was the only entertainer to receive this award. Number 8. He once attempted to play the role of Spider-Man. In the late 1990s, Marvel Comics announced that it was filing for bankruptcy. Michael got the idea of purchasing it so that he could remake Spider-Man the way he envisioned it. He stated that he had intended to play the role of Spider-Man, although many fans and production leads were strongly against it. Number 9. Michael's net worth became even more after his death. After his passing in 2009, Jackson's total net worth skyrocketed to $2.1 billion. He ended up being considered as one of the most collectible celebrities in the world. This is because several fans continue to devote themselves to collecting memorabilia related to him. Items owned or connected to him are still being sold at private auctions, collecting several thousands of dollars. That is inclusive of his popular and iconic red suit and white gloves that he was often spotted in. Number 10. Recognized by Forbes. Given how his net worth shot up after his death and continues to, in 2018, Forbes magazine ranked Michael as the highest paid deceased celebrity in the world. His earnings rose to $400 million posthumously and continued to hold the top spot on the list until the year 2020. By this time the earnings he made had reached over $48 million. His net worth is considered even higher than other deceased icons like Frank Mercury, Kobe Bryant among others. His retaining the number 1 spot since his death in 2009 shows how much of an impact he left behind as described in multiple entries and articles. Michael Jackson's achievements helped in getting rid of racial segregation in the music scene in the U.S. He helped introduce an era of multiculturalism and integration that future generations of artists followed. He inspired fashion trends and even helped in raising awareness for social causes around the world. Please like and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get new video updates.